All right, so today is Saturday, December 9th. We've made it 2 days in a row, y'all. This is great. So, as I left y'all off last night, I told y'all I was going to talk about the WSOP 2023. And to date, this is the greatest accomplishment I've done as the Hatter. And I'm going to explain pretty much, not all the way in detail, because I do want to save it for a later episode in my next project, but I'm going to give y'all a summary of how it all happened. So let's go back to 2019. This is pre-COVID. So got a truck coming by on how the audio is going to be. Hopefully the audio is going to be all right. So going back to 2019, I had planned to go to the 2020 World Series of Poker. I'd been wanting to go for years. I was in the right financial situation. I was on a winning streak playing live cash, so I had the cash to go play. Needless to say, COVID hits, WSOP gets canceled, and that put a damper to the situation. So we speed ahead, a couple years go by. I'm still trying to figure out when I'm going to go. Things keep on just not working out for me. So finally, I start my TikTok, and I start to get a following. And this following led me to some influencer type revenue. So I had a little bit of extra revenue coming in. So, excuse me. So, when all this was going on, I had met a good community. As you see the hat right here, and a lot of the other videos you'll see, I have a team hatter, and on the side it says hashtag H4L. None of those came up by me. None of these was ever come up by me. They came up by my followers, my supporters, and now my friends. Team hatter, hashtag H4L, which they say is hatter for life. All Hatter Army, all this was come up by followers. So early on, I figured out that most of the people that was following me were people a lot like me. They're just average people, just that love poker, but I think they were trying to take the same step I was. Stepping out of their comfort zone, playing more, going to the WSOP, which is a dream of theirs. And so I got on this little thing in my head, and I wanted to get other people there. So fast forward, going into 2023, I wanted to do some stuff, and I told myself, no more backing out, no more getting scared, coming up with excuses, no more of that. I'm going. Now, to be fair with y'all, it did help when I was able to do some of the stuff I did. So to jump into that, the first thing I did was I was working sort of as an influencer with a poker group, and I sponsored a WSOP tournament giveaway. It was for them to go play the 1K main event, no, 1K mini main event, excuse me, the mini main, 1K buy-in with me, and 1,500 was set aside for travel, expenses, and everything. And I made that a big amount of 1,500 because I really wanted the person to be able to come and play. And I pretty much put this out to all my followers and stuff, and we set up a tournament. And then we had the tournament. Now, so the tournament goes on. The day of the tournament, I was actually going to Vegas to shoot the first vlog here. If you go back and you look at the very first poker vlog I made, it was called the 24-hour challenge, and I flew to Vegas to play 24 hours of cash to see if I could win. So if you want, go back, check that one out. But so that was sort of it. So I landed in the airport. I'm in baggage claim, and it's down to pretty much the final table, and it gets down to two guys. One guy by the name of Turkey. If you go to the World Series vlog I made, you'll see him. And the other one at the final table was Yucko, aka Ryan. I hope he don't get mad I used his name. I don't think he will. Ryan's cool as shit. Excuse my language. So they battle. There was a couple hands went back and forth that, it's poker. It's how it works. So Turkey ends up winning the prize package. And instantly, before I even leave Vegas, he's like, dude, I'm coming. Because I told him you could either cash it out for cash value, whatever. I wasn't going to be one of these people that have like stipulations. Listen, we're way past that. If you're people like me, we are sick of stipulations and BS. When you win something, you get like a quarter of it if you can't. No. So, but it was a blessing. He's like, no, it's always been my dream to go to. I've never been. I want to go. So now I'm like super excited. But let's go to Yucko. See, this is where Yucko comes in. See, I'd known Yucko for a long time. And Yucko as a poker player had got better and better and better and better. And like, I know he was devastated. And so I went to him on the side without people knowing, and I was like, "Hey, man, if you can get your travel, if you can show up in Vegas, I got your 1K buy-in. I got you, bro." And like, he was down for it, and I was like, "All right." So now I got two. So I was like, "All right." So as I tried to build it out, I had some other people in mind. There was a young lady in Michigan. Um, I think the world of. Y'all probably know her, Froggy. She was going through some hard times at the time with some medical situation, working on. We'll just keep it personal, but there's nothing good. She's 100% now. So she wasn't able to make it. So I also had met a guy from Louisiana who had this thick Cajun accent and Mr. Shoe. So I met him, and he was helping me a lot with stuff that I didn't understand. He was helping me with Discord stuff and just other stuff. So I really wanted to do something for him too. So I told him, I pretty much told him the same thing as I told Yucko, aka Ryan. I said, "Hey man, if you can get there, I got your 1K buy-in. Let's go." So he was like, "Dude, I'm in." So I was like, "Whoa, this is getting big. Like this is amazing." So we fast forward to the WSOP. Now, in straight Mad Hatter fashion, I've talked to these guys a lot through my poker group on Discord, but we never met face to face. And I don't even know if we had ever had a conversation on the phone. We just talked to each other through social media apps and stuff like that. So of course, when you get there, I'm super excited to play my first WSOP. And to be honest with you, before I go any further, if it wasn't for them, who knows? I might have backed out again. I might have got cold feet. I don't know. I hope I wouldn't have, but at this point, we're all in. Now I got myself and three others going to the mini main event at the WSOP 2023. I'm gonna make vlogs. This is great. Like like I feel like my purpose, what I'm doing, is starting to head the right way. So we go to the WSOP, and it was great. It was great, y'all. Mr. Shoe busted early, probably around level 5. I ended up busting level 9. I ran kings into aces, and then we go to dinner break, and Turkey and Yucko are still in, and like I'm super excited. Like I'll sum this up at the end because I don't want to make this too long, but I do want this to be known. So Turkey makes it past dinner break, and it's getting to the point where it's almost to the end of the night. We're starting to approach the bubble, and a couple of things happen. He gets a table move, and he moves right into the blinds, and then he ends up shoving ace 10, and he busts. So he's pretty close to the bubble, maybe 100 players from the bubble. So he busts, and now like his energy supporting Yucko, and just the whole vibe, like as this is going on in my mind, I'm like, yes, this is better than I ever could have imagined. Even though I've busted, like it don't even matter at this point. Like I'm so excited. Everybody's rallied around. See, I'm not editing this stuff. This is gonna be raw, so y'all gonna get a lot of me getting tongue twisted. So we all rally around Yucko, and he ends up getting into the money and goes into day 2. Now, I want to talk about this. This is what they don't know. When I went back to my room that night, like I was emotionally shook, because just watching them, seeing the excitement they had, and them later on telling me that they wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for me. Like, y'all, that's what life's about, in my opinion. Get a little this thing about it chokes me up a little bit. I mean, I was emotional when I got back to my room. I couldn't believe it. And you know, at this point, Ryan Yucko, he's like 250, 300 people away from $250,000. I mean, even to him, you know, this is life-changing money. And to think that I had a small part in making this happen for him. So the next morning we wake up, we all shoot down there. Ryan jumps into the tables, and the tables are falling off so quick, y'all. It's unbelievable. If you've never been to an event like that at the WSOP, like it just seems like they keep on like moving people as the tables fold. And I mean, like 10 table of people have went out, and it's getting closer and closer. And unfortunately, he gets aces. He tries to play it a little tricky, which I don't blame him. He's trying to get the full double there, and he busts inside the 150. And it was a great, I mean, he got about 4.5. The buy-in was 1,000. He won, I think, a little over 4,500. We'll come back to that too, because I want to speak on that. In the moment, he's devastated, but I can see how proud he was. So after that, we all get together. We go to the cage, and this will tell you a lot about how great these people. Like, I've attracted great people. So we go to the cage. He cashes out. First thing he does is come up to me and try to give me some money. And I'm like, no. And he's like, man, you bought me in. Da 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 da. I said, no, man. You did the hard work. You came. But just that he would want to do that is awesome. I didn't ask for it. It just shows what kind of person Ryan Yucko is. So when you see this, bro, man, you know the Hatter love you, bro. I love you for real. So we all go after that to Nacho Daddy, and we have a little fun, and you can see some of that in the videos. But I just want to talk about that because out of all the things I've done so far and all the videos I made and every bit of my journey, that's my most proudest moment. I got 3 guys from Oregon, California, Louisiana, and myself from Florida, all to go to Vegas and really do something we've dreamed about. And I think after talking to them, all 3 of them said, man, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have done this yet. They all said they wanted to, but they wouldn't have done it without me. And to be honest with you, if it wasn't for them, who knows? I might have got cold feet. I might have backed out. Who knows? I know how I am. I could be like that, y'all. Sometimes, I think it's the fear of the unknown. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to step out there. People see me with the big top hat, and yeah, it draws a lot of attention. And, it's almost like flipping a switch. When I have that top hat on, I feel like a different individual. I don't feel like the person that lives his everyday life 9 to 5. But I just wanted to touch on that, tell y'all about that, because I really hope that ain't the greatest moment of the Hatter journey and what I've tried to build here with this Hatter brand, the Mad Hatter Poker. I really hope that ain't the peak. I have big plans for the year. I have some really big plans. And in the very first episode, I'm going to tell y'all something that may rival the story I just told you. WSOP 2024. I hope I'm there, and I hope that I have a whole army with me. And if you're watching this now and you want to be part of the army, man, come join. We looking for members, y'all. We looking for soldiers. But like I said, when I dropped the first episode of my new project, I will talk about something that's going to be very big at the beginning of the year, and it may be as awesome as, or maybe even better. Who knows? It's hard to beat the WSOP, but I have something really cool in store at the beginning of the year. But just came down here, got out of the house today, and I want to make a video. I'm gonna try to do this daily now. Last night when I put the video up, and I want it to be real, like me and y'all. I want y'all to feel like y'all know me. Shoot, I hope some of y'all root for me. I know I'm gonna get some haters. I've had plenty of them. It's tough sometimes. I mean, I'm like anyone else. I try to be hard and stuff, but man, some of these people would tear you apart if you let them. But I want it to be real, and that's why after last night I figured out, I don't want to go in and I don't want to do a bunch of editing. Yeah, I might add some things like this video. I'm gonna show y'all some rope swings and stuff probably in the corner up here, but it's because I come down here by the river just to walk around a little bit, clear my head, and get out of the house and get a little exercise. I need it. But I want it to be real. I want this whole channel to be real and raw, uncut, uncensored. I said a curse word earlier. I didn't mean to. I apologize, but I'm not censoring it. I'm not editing it. I want y'all to see what it's like to be a 40-year-old dude who's, we'll get into it more, have had an interesting life. We all have interesting lives. We all have a story. Y'all hear my story. Hopefully it inspires some people. We'll see. But I want to show y'all what it's really like to go out there and go against the grain. Because chasing poker and all the stuff in the poker industry, it's going against the grain a little bit, y'all. It's even, I think even my friends doubt, maybe not doubt, but I wonder how they really feel sometimes, because they see me doing all this and they see me go on some live streams and win, and in their mind they're like, "Oh, it's just a luck box," which, hey, I might be. I don't know, y'all. The luck box has never been something I've been in my life, but I just want this to be. I want it to be real. I want it to be authentic. I want whenever this is all gone, I want it to be there. Who knows? Maybe 10 years and 20 years from now, if YouTube's still a big thing, somebody comes across, sees these videos, and are like, man, if that dude could do it, let me go try whatever I want to do in life. And it don't matter if it's poker or anything. I just want people to see that I'm going to go try to chase something outside of this career job that I've been working for 20 years. I want people to have hope. That's what I want more than anything. I want people to have hope and a desire and a belief that they can go and do more. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Tomorrow we'll have a new video. I'm sure I'll tell y'all some more about something else. But like I said, all this is leading up to January 1st and the first episode of my new project. And I'll go into details, announcing all that before it gets here, so y'all will know. But I think it's gonna be cool, and I hope a lot of y'all take the time to like, subscribe, follow, all that things I'm supposed to say that I always forget. Just watch it. Just watch it. You can either root for me or root against me. But let's take this journey and see what happens. Maybe I win, maybe I lose. We'll find out. But we're gonna try our best. I'll see y'all tomorrow.